Following the ongoing escalation in the Middle East, several global luxury brands have temporarily closed stores and even reduced operations across key cities as the regional tensions escalate. And at first glance, this looks like a short-term retail disruption, but strategically, the Middle East has quietly become one of the most important growth engines in the luxury industry, and I've done dozens of videos about this. Cities like Dubai and Doha and Riyadh, they now sit at the center of luxury tourism with some of the highest per capita luxury spending in the world. And a big part of that ecosystem runs through a company called the Shalhoub Group. For those unfamiliar, Shalhoub is the dominant luxury distributor and retail partner in the Gulf. They operate stores, joint ventures and e-commerce platforms for dozens of major houses. Brands like Louis Vuitton, Chanel and Dior all rely heavily on regional partners like Shalhoub to run retail, logistics and local market strategy. So when disruption happens in the region, it's not just about a few store closures. It affects distribution, tourism spending, and regional retail ecosystems that luxury brands have spent decades building. Now, here's what's interesting. Groups like Shalhoub have historically responded to instability by doubling down on infrastructure, investing in logistics and e-commerce and omni-channel retail to keep business running even when physical retail slows. So in other words, resilience is already built into the system. So what happens next? Well, if tensions ease, luxury demand in the Gulf tends to rebound quickly because it's driven by wealthy local customers and international tourism. But if disruption persists, brands may temporarily have to shift investment towards Asia and North America. Either way, the Middle East remains strategically too important to ignore because I've said this time and time again, luxury growth today is no longer just Paris, Milan and New York. It's Dubai, Riyadh and Doha. And understanding that shift is essential if you want to understand where luxury is going next. And as always, the learning for the upcoming creatives and next generation of brand builders is this. Luxury is not just about product. It's about geography, infrastructure and partnerships. And the brands that build systems will be the ones that can survive volatility. I'm Jalil, and this is how fashion really works.